Hello, Capricorn. How are you all doing? This is Tarot Me Please, new channel on YouTube coming at you. Do a reading for my Capricorns, a general reading for March 2023. That's right, coming up to March. It's going to be this Wednesday, isn't it? You guys ready for it? I don't know if I was even ready for 2023, to tell you the truth. Sometimes I write 2022 on my documents still. Can you believe it? Anyhow, I hope you've been taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. And I hope you've been listening to the universe, paying attention to signs, following your life's path, your trajectory, your soul's purpose, and all that good stuff. I'll give it one more shuffle, and then we'll be on our way. All right, Capricorn, let's do this. Okay, now we're in business. All right, Capricorn. Hope you're having a good weekend if you watch this right after I put it out Sunday. But let's take a step back, Capricorn. Take a step back from your busy life that, climbing to the top of the career ladder and, being the ambitious Capricorn that you are, the hardworking Capricorn that you are. Just take a step back and look at your life, look at where you've been, where you're going, where you're at right now. Are you learning the lessons you've come down here to learn? Do you know who your soulmates are from previous lives? Do you know what your life's purpose is, Capricorn? Okay, that's enough questioning. Let's start flipping the cards, Capricorn. This is your general reading for March. What is your energy going to be for March, Capricorn? Okay, the Hierophant. The Hierophant has to do with traditions, traditional values. It has to do with conforming to them. The Hierophant has to do with perhaps religion, just very old institutions, has to do with knowledge and sharing, has to do with, conforming, has to do with commitment. So that's you. That's your energy in March, Capricorn. Yeah. What is the energy that's gonna be crossing you, Capricorn? The Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, obviously aces have to do with beginnings and new things, and the Ace of Swords specifically has to do with mental clarity, power, victory. It's like you're making a mental, or you're having a mental breakthrough, new ideas, vision, force, focus, truth, mental clarity. There's a lot of mental clarity there with the Ace of Swords, which is wonderful. Let's look at the recent past card. So that's the Three of Wands, and you've already made plans, it looks like. You've already made plans to go on to broaden your horizons. And I'm thinking those plans have to do with work. At this point, I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't flipped all the cards, but I'm thinking those plans have to do with work. Collaborating with new people, venturing out, expanding, on the business that you have now and all that stuff. Yeah. You're looking to expand. Yeah. What does your immediate future card have to say about it? Competition. Sport, rivalry. So for your immediate future, I see the Five of Wands. Fives always have to do with change. Okay, and another five that I see here is the Hierophant card, which is the fifth card of the, or the sixth card, but number 5 of the major arcana. So 5 has to do with change, instability, upheaval. And the Five of Wands card is change. Specifically, it has to do with conflict, disagreement, competition, tension, arguments. Okay? And I'm thinking this still has to do with work. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think it still has to do with work. So there's going to be some tension, some conflict at your work in the near future. What that tension looks like, I'm not sure. Let's flip some more cards and see who or what is involved. But it's not anything too crazy because these people who are fighting, they're more like sparring, and they're not fighting with swords, they're fighting with wands, these juveniles. So it's not like major conflict, but it is, tension and disagreement, competition. What will be on your conscious mind in March, Capricorn? Okay. So that's the partnership, that's the union, that's the love between two people. We're talking about attraction, unity. We're talking about connection, joining forces, bonds. And, now I'm like kind of torn. Is this a work reading or is it a love reading? Because when I see this, I'm more likely to think, a romantic union, a love union, as opposed to a business union. I could be wrong. Or maybe both. And if it is a love reading, then, it's fighting with your partner. It could be some of you Capricorns, this is a love reading. And then for the other ones, it could be a work reading, But yeah, let's look at the energy that might be guiding you or influencing you, although you may not be aware of it, Capricorn. All right, that's the Nine of Swords. As you can tell by the look of the card, you're in your head. You're worrying, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're emo, as my son says, he's 12 years old. Yeah, you're just in your head and you're upset, you're sad, you're depressed, you're whatever. Yeah, that. So you're uneasy about things. Yeah. And it kind of makes sense that, in the back of your mind, you're not quite at ease because, there are some changes about to come about, Yeah. And here is another Swords card, just in your mind, thinking, but at least this one, you've got mental clarity, which is nice. I'm going to close that window. All right. What are your hopes and fears here, Capricorn? Okay. That is the Eight of Wands, and it's talking about speed, speedy action, fast news, incoming news. The Eight of Wands talks about um, possibly travel, change, movement, progress, sudden changes, excitement. Um, I'm thinking it could be two sides of the same coin as far as hopes and fears. You know, a lot of times when I see this card, this Eight of Wands, it's like a nudge from the universe, nudging you in the right direction towards your soul's purpose. So it's like whatever happens, whatever fast news or quick actions, whatever, it's the universe is telling you to go with it. Don't fight it, because it's going to be a pretty strong nudge for you to go towards your higher good, to follow your rightful path in life. And so go with it, don't fight it. The universe is kind of giving you this extra nudge in the right direction. Okay? And it may feel really fast and unexpected and kind of sudden, but it's for your own good, is what this card is saying. Let's look, Capricorn, let's look at your influence on the final outcome. What is your attitude going to be like? Okay, you're going to be the Queen of Wands in this whole trajectory. You're going to be task-oriented, you're going to be feisty, you're going to be self-assured, confident. Nobody's going to get in your way. You're going to get things done. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is very feisty energy. She knows what she's doing. She's confident. She's passionate. She's very charismatic and very optimistic. So that's going to be you throughout this whole thing, Capricorn. Yeah, so whatever worries you might have deep down in your unconscious, it's not really going to show, because you're going to go at it with a lot of oomph and vigor and enthusiasm. Yeah, so your influence on the final outcome is going to be excellent, Capricorn. Yep. Yeah, I really do think it's a work reading as opposed to a love reading, because we have so many wands showing up. We got the Queen of Wands, we got the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, you know. And when a lot of wands show up as opposed to cups showing up, that tells me it's like work or project oriented, you know, movement, action. Okay, not so much like feelings and stuff. And so this probably is kind of like a business partnership or working very closely with somebody, you know. Now let's look at what external influence will come into play on the final outcome. Okay, so the external influence is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups has to do with just being overloaded with multiple choices and not being able to make a decision right away. Some people call this the fear of commitment card. The Seven of Cups specifically talks about illusion and fantasy and wishful thinking and choices and daydreaming and indecision. So, you know, the words illusion and fantasy, it's like, okay, well, you see all these choices and you're thinking, oh, you know, it's going to make me rich and I'm going to live in a castle and I'm going to have victory and da 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 da. But it's not all like that. Not, you know, not everything that shimmers is gold, whatever the saying is. All that glitters isn't gold, I guess, is what they're trying to say with this card. It's just be careful. Don't be easily fooled by what you see on the surface. So this is coming in as the external influence here. Yeah. Finally, let's look at your final outcome card, shall we, Capricorn? Okay, that's the Three of Pentacles. That's the card of collaboration, teamwork, skillful craftsmanship. Um, the Three of Pentacles has to do with, like I said, teamwork and collaboration, shared goals, apprenticeship, effort. So this is you right here, Capricorn, and you're working with, you could say like maybe a team of people, albeit a small team, and you're skillful. You bring something of value to the universe to share with the universe, but you can't do it alone. You have to work in a team and collaborate. And this is the final outcome of your trajectory, and I really do think it is a work reading as opposed to a love reading. Because this all has to do with work, teamwork, collaboration, bringing a product of value into the world. So we got you being the feisty, self-confident taskmaster, getting everything done, not letting anything stand in your way. We got a little bit of worry in the back of your mind, but nothing that you can't handle. We have some competition. I'm thinking your workplace isn't the most warm and friendly. It's got, it's a good size of a workplace, so you have to watch out for competition and disagreements and tension and stuff like that. But in the end, you're going to be seen as a craftsperson, something that brings some valuable skills to the table, somebody who has something valuable to offer to the whole team. So that's wonderful. So, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope some, if not all, resonated with you. And if it did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, Tarot Me Please. My name is Crystal. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you have an even greater week and a great month of March. And I will see you soon. Bye.